In this video I'm going to show you how I've been processing my rabbits. I've been doing it pretty much without having to get into the guts of it, other than to reach in and grab the heart, liver, and kidneys. And I've been taking off the back legs and the front legs, as well as the back straps. Okay, so I've already taken this leg off. You can see the hip joint here. You can see there's a bone that kind of rides all the way up there, and then your knife will get caught and you'll have to come up and go down. So it's quite simple. Just flip it over. Essentially there's a bone at the start, so you kind of got to get up over that, and it'll just ride along to the back. You may have to lift your knife a couple times inside as you hit bones. We're doing this without perforating the bowels. I've already gone through the hip right there. It kind of popped out when I bent his legs back. And now I'm at that little bone that catches that little protrusion that I just pointed out on the other side. There we go. There's two legs. Front legs are actually a little bit easier, a little bit quicker. You can see the muscle kind of comes back into here, so we can literally just kind of lift that up. And that's how easy the front legs are to get off. It's just ribs there. It's very tough meat. You can start in the front if you'd like. You don't necessarily start in the back. So I've left the head on the rabbit just because it greatly reduces how much blood ends up going around. There's only a little bit here, and so it's just so much cleaner. So now I'm going to take out the back straps. This takes a little bit longer, so you're going to have to run your knife along the spine, and they're kind of lumpy, so you kind of got to go back and forth, and then you're going to come in here along the edge without going into the bowels. You'll get two long strips of boneless meat, and they're delicious. So I've cut along the spine of one of the back straps. You can hear the knife dragging across ribs. So, and it's very lumpy, so you kind of get, it's kind of a pain, so you kind of have to go in and out as you're going along this. You just do multiple cuts till you get it down all the way up to the neck and as far down to these bones as you can in the back. So now if you look here, that's the size of the back strap, and then this is all bowels down here. So there's a couple ways to do this. You can keep going this way and shave out towards it, or you can come in this way and come up onto the rib. Like, see, the ribs are like right there, right underneath the skin. So you get two options there to do it. Doesn't really matter as long as you don't go into the bowels. It's probably, I find it easier to kind of go this way. You can see the ribs, the different bones. Your knife just follows those. Fillet knife would probably be good at this. I'm just using a regular knife. And then see, as I start to get to the end of it, it's lifted up, so there's a gap there. I'll just keep doing that here. This is really good meat. Won't be as tough as the legs. No bones in it. See, the bowels are like right there. So if my knife went in there and I perforated those, not only would it make an awful stink, but it could contaminate the meat, and we don't want to do that. There we go. That's a worthwhile piece of meat to go for. So I've removed both the back straps now, and now it's time to go in for the kidneys. So the kidneys are offset. I'm pretty sure I can see one through the cage there, and the other one's going to be back here. So I don't necessarily have to go through the belly to do this like you normally would and worry about the bowels. I can literally just kind of rip into right through the ribs. Could be wrong. That might be the liver. This one's probably the kidney then. Fishing around. There's a kidney. Pull that off. They're delicious. There are some tenderloins inside the rabbit, and we find that they have like a really strong, almost like ammonia flavor. It must be like right by a gland. So if we even cook the whole rabbit, which is how I was gotten them before, we cut those out now and don't eat them. They just don't add good flavor to the rabbit. So here's the other kidney. It was back here. That's the liver there. You can see all the guts. So heart should be right up in his rib cage here somewhere. That's his stomach. Stomach is actually attached to the liver, so pulling the stomach off can help detach the liver. Well, just got a piece of the liver. Almost got the whole thing up in one pull. There it is. Yum yum. It's good for you. Now you can see the lungs are that, maybe you can't, are this bright orange. If I reach in, heart should be just above that. So my hands are getting pretty bloody right now, but there's not a lot on the cutting board, which is nice. There's the heart. So I can just wrap this up, put him in the green bin, rinse the hair off these pieces, and once you've cleaned up the rabbit, here's a more appetizing shot of the meat. So we don't eat all the meat in one sitting. We'll separate out the organs, the back straps, and the legs. So we'll often eat the legs one meal between two people, the back straps in one meal between two people, and then the organs can get made into something else. There's lots of recipes online for that sort of thing.